fantastic. Well, I heard your mom's a hoe, and everybody knows her name. Boom, 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 boom. Took 40 dudes on, they all came. Dung, dung, dung. She spread her legs out nice and wide to let everyone inside. Oh, your mom's a hoe, and everybody knows her name. We did her in her bum bum. We all did her in her bum bum. We all... Well, and on that note, we may as well just start. Welcome back to another amazing adventure in game development. This is Building Shit with Mabus Games. What's going on, Arctic? How are you? Alright. So here's where we're at. Actually, no. This is the old file that actually has the clock still in it. So let's go ahead and save this. Save all. Yeah. And switch back over to the other guy. Okay, now from here, I'm having trouble getting the reflections to show up, which is redonkulous because by all rights, these reflections should be fucking showing up. So maybe, just maybe, I move this. Maybe this will help. Maybe just stick it all right here. Just stick it all in. Yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket. Designer function selects a leaf bitmap over building procedural leaves. The fuck. Leaves, man. I'll leave that to you. Nudge that over just a smidge. Actually, I want to nudge it back over. What about there? That feels about right. Heard that, drinks cabinet. Wait, what? I'm supposed to drink the whole cabinet, alley cat. As opposed to marmoset. Why wouldn't you? Having trouble getting the reflection capture to work. It's been a little biatch. Just set this for, I don't know, 5. See, this should be reflecting. These two are one piece. Like they're one merged object. That shit should be reflecting. But it's not. Why? Does it need to be closer? I suppose maybe it needs to be closer. Yeah, it should be reflecting this right here in all of its fucking glory. But it's not reflecting dick. I mean, meanwhile, this is off camera, but it's part of this. These are one piece, technically. Anywho, let's see what this does for us. Okay. Maybe it's the lights. Oh, I put that line in just for the fucking name of this one. Where you at, bitch? There you are. Sloppily handled by a drunken prostitute from an abandoned castle who absolutely hated fucking goblins. Ash, mentally stable. Oh, mentally unstable. Hey. What's going on? Thank you for that, host. Could be something else, though. Not 100% sure. I want to walk. Heard that. How's your dad doing? I think the whole thing can move up a little. Just a little bit. The shadows aren't very dark. Let's set this to 15. It's NFT shit. What's going on, Lewis? Oh, Lewis.
So what the fuck have you done?
Huh? What the fuck have I done? Alley Cat, welcome.
What have you done?
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Alley Cat. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck these reflections are not taking. It's driving me nuts. But basically what we've done,
Hold on a sec. I'm not getting you on audio.
yeah, promoting is kind of a weak skill for me too, Lewis, but won't know unless you try. Sounds more British than you. I mean, technically speaking,
Online. I don't have you.
he probably is.
I don't have you on Discord. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me on Discord? Oh, hang on. I have a feeling that's a me thing. Ba-ba-ba-ba!
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I had me set for push to talk.
Because I was hearing myself.
Ash says he sounds more British than me. And I said, well, I think he might be. He was there since the continent formed.
I was there when the landmass fell from the sky.
Okay, so basically here's what it's doing. Go to
I
our
very
card.
briefly watched your stream from yesterday.
Okay.
I like the last hour. I've kind of gone through that. I've gone into the project file as well. So, what have you done, sir?
Okay, so here, string array. Okay, the pummel has various names, from venomous, death, demonic, jilted, aged, lightning, blood, slaying. So whichever one of the pummels.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm talking about the reflections. You've got a problem with the reflections.
Okay, so the reflections, I don't know. That's weird. Like, by all rights, this should be reflecting like a motherfucker. So this
What
I built
be?
yesterday, just a cube. That right here, this big motherfucker,
Yeah.
which is behind the camera. It's behind the camera. To be fair, it is behind the camera.
Behind the camera.
Oh, the sword centers up, Lewis. It centers up automatically, or automatically. Here, watch. Sword's popping in 15 of them. It's aligning to an invisible sphere. When it's done, that's just there as like kind of a placeholder almost. So I have this reflection sphere. This is the one that you threw in there, which is the reflection sphere capture 2, with all of those other lights. I ended up deleting the camera that you had in there because we already had this one set up completely. It's completely set up. Yeah, it's a SYN camera because it can target the card itself and stay in focus. But
you could use an image plate instead of using a cube.
Yeah, I could have used an image plate instead of using a cube, but it was like 4 minutes. I really didn't put any effort into this whatsoever. It's just a cube. Even on 4 sides because of the image I was throwing on top of it, which ended up...
If it was moving, it would be something else, but it's not moving, so it doesn't really matter.
Right,
but it was,
right.
Yeah.
You know, we're right there on the same page. So I threw it in there. This is just for a background and just for catching the reflections over here. So this is just a big version of this. I just scaled it up. It's fine. It works. It's doing all the things it's supposed to do, but I should be catching that right here. Maybe it's just a case of it's not close enough. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I yank this fucker out of there and throw a new one in, because this is the one that you had thrown in that go with the rec lights.
Can you rebuild the lights for me?
Yeah.
But also, those rec lights are intersecting with that cube.
That could be causing a problem. Well,
no,
this one's actually
not necessarily causing a problem. It's just that the actual reflection you're seeing will be quite extreme because it's immediately next to a light, or it is intersecting a light. Because those yellow lines that you see,
that's where it comes from.
The actual shape of the light.
Right.
That is the light.
Right.
Imagine that that's the sun or whatever. And so when it intersects, it will intersect with geometry.
There we go. Okay, so now that's out of the way. This one's up high and a little bit back. That's the fill light, the rim light.
Backlight, yeah.
And then this is just a spotlight that I have pointed directly at that, just so it's actually catching some fucking light, because otherwise it's not.
Ooh, I was going to say, why have you got the spotlight there?
That's the only reason. It's not actually hitting the card at all. So that's just for lighting up this cube. And that's it.
Again, why do you want to light up that cube that's behind the camera?
Oh, so here, watch. That's why.
I mean,
because now it's in complete darkness.
Just so that you can see what
just
the
so you can see,
like?
Just so you can see what the reflection is. Because otherwise, it's just black. Because the rec lights aren't hitting it at all.
But why? But you're not going to use it, are you?
No.
Right. So why is it there?
The cube, just to catch the reflections. Otherwise, the reflections that it's capturing is just
but
black
you're not
background.
Going to see those reflections, are you?
Not the black ones, no. Because this thing is it's
when
catching.
You say okay, this is all my fault, and I'm taking full responsibility for this.
Oh, okay.
Well, what are you trying to reflect onto the thing that's in front of the camera?
What? Hang on.
Okay, you've got the
I'm not
camera.
high enough for that question.
Go to the camera viewport. So if you click on your perspective button, top left of the viewport. Yeah. And then scroll down to cine camera.
I am not moving this thing because we have it perfectly lined up.
I'm not asking you to move it. I'm just saying. Right, that's the thing that you want.
Okay. Yeah.
So on the screen right here, you're trying to say that you want on the highly reflective metal surfaces.
Right.
That being the golden frame or the silver frame.
Yeah.
You want that to reflect the thing that's behind the camera.
I just want it to reflect fucking something that isn't just bright white light. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Whatever happens to be in the background. In this case, that cube. But it's not reflecting anything. Like, no matter what I put in there, it's just not reflecting it. Like a background, anything. But it's reflecting nothing.
Right.
It's just
shiny.
It's just shiny. That's it. There's no reflection whatsoever.
Flat, it doesn't have any detail.
Right. Okay, I need to get the fuck out of this camera.
Is it that you want it to have detail, or you actually want it to have a reflection? You can, if you eject that.
Yeah, got it.
Done. Right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have it reflect something. Now, if I sit like here, well, even there, it's not really catching shit either. So I'm wondering, maybe the reflection sphere goes inside the blueprint? But that doesn't even make sense, because this should be reflecting anyway.
Okay. You click on the lit button.
The what?
The top left of the viewport, lit. You've got perspective, lit, and show.
Got it.
And you go down to your reflections. It's there in the middle.
Okay.
That is now showing you what is and is not reflective.
Well, this whole damn thing's reflective.
I would say there you are. So it is doing it.
It's not doing it very hard, is it?
It's not doing it very hard. I would admit that. But it is saying that surface is reflective, the sword is reflective. If you click on the reflection, actually there's no need, I've already done this. Delete the reflection sphere capture.
Go back to lit just so I can see.
Sure.
Okay, add another one.
No, just delete it. And drop in a box cube instead.
For reflection?
A reflection box. Should be in visual effects.
Bitch.
Yeah. And zero that.
Zero it?
Yeah, it's transform. Its position, its rotation. Because you've got all this bullshit numbers, you don't need that.
Okay.
The scale is fine, I think. But we'll see in a minute. And if you could... It's okay, transition won't mean anything. As long as it's sort of at the same height as the camera, so the vertical position of the box reflection
right fucking there.
should be the same. It's near as damn it there, isn't it? It's either there or it's going to be there.
Yeah. And the metallic and the materials all the way, as far as I can tell.
If you go up to
Arctic.
Go to the toolbar, go to build and select build captures. I think that's where it's located.
I'm just gonna let it fucking build. Build, bitch. Build.
Build, bitch.
Build all, motherfucker. My pipe is empty. This is bullshit.
Okay, and let's have a look at your scalability as well. So settings, top dead center.
World settings.
I keep forgetting I'm like a second behind you.
Yep.
So engine scalability settings, so everything on cinematic, basically.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't much in here anyway.
Sure.
Okay, build again.
Okay, and...
Set it to
build
protection.
reflection captures. Yeah, build your reflection captures. And obviously set it to production as well. And then build the reflection captures. And now go to reflections for your viewport. Yeah, it's not very bright, but it is there.
Right.
And now go to the materials, and we're going to check, see how metallic-y wallachy it is.
Oh, material.
Yeah,
okay, now this
material.
one's kind of a weird one. Okay, so inside, oh, nice, Lewis.
Sorry.
How'd that go?
Sorry for the belching.
Belch? I didn't even hear it.
I belched into my
Well, I'm calling bullshit. I heard
into my
nothing.
sweat. I've been up for so many hours. It's ridiculous.
Heard that. It's fucking late as hell for you. Cancel. Hang on a second. I need to pack
My
this
buddy
thing up.
keeps saying, "Come on!" I'm like, "No." I had a food delivery this morning. It was meant to be here at like 7. I turned up at like 6:40. I'm lying there in bed.
Ooh. Oh, I gotta go and visit my buddy. So it bounces more lighting. Yeah. Oi. Yeah, Arctic has a point there. That might be it too.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing that you would do in sequence.
Okay, so which materials are we looking at here? All of them?
For the cube.
Material for the cube.
Material for the cube. See how bouncy it is.
Go, bitch. Where are you? Oh. Ah. How about I open this up? Now, of course, this one I don't really have anything stuck on there because it's rough concrete anyway. The only thing that's really shiny is that shit. But we can fix that up. Into here. Go to that guy. Thank you. Grab this. Oops. Not this. I don't actually want that. I want the master. Give me this guy. Just yank all this shit out of here. Move you over. Motherfucker. I hate it when you're in the one program and it takes the right mouse button. You're in a different program, it takes the left mouse button.
Oh.
Pain in the ass. Okay, red to ambient. Green to roughness. Blue to metallic.
There's scalar parameters.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 4 voters, 2 4 voters,
Alright, now from here. Roughness power. Minimum. Let's take this to, I don't know, 1.
Oh no, because you don't want it to be rough, do you?
Oh, that can be rough.
Well, if it's rough, then it's not reflective.
I don't need that to be reflective. I need the card to be reflecting. The card and the sword need to be reflecting.
Yeah.
I need the light bounce from this motherfucker.
Right.
And then metallic
But if you make something rough, 1 is 100% rough, 0 is 0% rough.
Well,
so
let's do
like
0.5.
glass. Well, not glass, but like a mirror.
Right. So metallic power, I don't want that on at all. I want that all the way off. Spec. Fuck the spec.
You've got that. You want something to be metallic, don't you? You want it to be metal.
Yeah, not this. This I just want to be kind of rough stone.
What are you plugging into that? I'm just sorry, I'm on a delayed stream. You got, is that the blue channel?
Huh? Yeah, blue channel goes to metallic. This is a packed map.
Right.
So blue goes metallic, green goes roughness, red goes ambient.
But what is the blue channel?
This one.
I'm on a delay, you're going to have to show me.
Oh,
like actually open up the texture.
Metallic power. There's almost nothing in there.
Show me the blue channel.
Nothing.
Right.
Then red is ambient, green is roughness.
What would you want to be reflective, though?
I don't need this to have any reflection. I need that to be the reflection.
But you're bouncing light off a cube.
Right.
That's behind the camera.
Right.
And
but
that
it's
light
technically
is going to, as a result, become a sort of projection map.
Something to that effect, yeah. Now, granted, though,
very quickly, can you go to live in Discord? Is that possible? Right. I think Arctic just had the same idea
there you go.
I had.
Oh. Slide this whole fucking thing over here. And minimize. And bring this back up.
Could you open up that material again? Oh, there it is. No, I can see it. Background. No, you go back. Okay, you've got the background Cube 2 BG base color.
Yeah, background cube matte. Yeah.
No, I'm talking the actual texture.
This one right here.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
Open up your post-process volume.
Just fucking go over here, yeah?
Yep. And go down. Go down. To ambient cube map. Yep. And plug the texture into that cube map texture. Oh, it won't, will it?
Little slut.
Yeah, I was thinking something else. If you duplicate it and then change it, then yes, it would become that. Well, you plug anything into that. I just want to see. Okay, so any one of those cube maps, don't care which one. Any one of them.
Any one of these? All right, let's just go
Any
with...
one you want.
We'll go with... fucking desert.
Okay, tint it and...
Devro, Party of 5. Say what? Tint it?
Yeah. Tint it as is, as that colour there, and select the intensity as it is there. You got the intensity, yeah. And now, go up and have a look.
Hang on. Devro, thank you for that raid. Everybody who is jumping in with Devro, hey! Probably need to rebuild again, don't we?
It's done it. I can see it. I can see the reflection.
I'm not seeing
Okay, so
the
that
reflection.
works fine. I mean, I think the reflection for that is absolutely fine.
All right then. It's just being an asshole. That's what it's doing.
It's that we didn't really have anything.
Yeah, there's nothing really in there.
I understood what you were doing. I just
Anyway,
think there was just another way of doing it.
worm juice. Heyo, Lumi. Hello, Devro. Hello.
It's a little bit bright, if I'm honest. I think we can probably turn down.
Yeah, actually, because I moved the lights forward a little bit, it's definitely brightening things up to a
Yeah.
pretty rough fucking level. Here, let's go ahead and stop that. Alright, let's change this. Let's bring this down to, I think I got it at 5 or something.
What?
I might have this one at 8. I got it at 8. Let's take this one down to 4. Take this one down. Oh, that one's still all the way down to 2. Let's take that one down to 1. No shadow cast. This is the only one I actually want casting shadows. Okay, and then you. 4. That should be fine. Try that again. Still a little bright. Take that to 2.
It is a little bit bright. What's that? Did you put another light in there?
Just this guy.
What? Can you turn that off? Don't delete it. Just turn it off. Just click the eyedrop in the world outliner. That will turn it off.
Where the fuck did you go? There you are.
Yeah. And
still bright as fuck.
it is very, very bright. If you put real-time lighting on and you make these little changes, you can actually see if they are making any changes.
Do I not have real-time lighting on?
I don't think you do.
It's basically whatever you threw in there.
If you go to world settings, no, I didn't change world settings. You would have to do that. Go to world settings on the far right. Yeah, down there. And go to light mass settings and 12 down. No, 12 down the bit at the bottom.
It is down.
Yeah, that bit. Force no recomputed lighting. Click and rebuild. Yeah, done. So now if you make changes, they'll be in real time. Because if you go to the setup for that window, that should be in real time. So if you go to your editor window, go all the way to the left, and get the 12 out for the viewport. Yeah, real time. Okay, so that's real time. So if you make a change to the light now, that will show you the real time version of that. Let's see.
Better.
That spotlight, just get rid of it, dude. I really don't think you need it. That's so excessive.
But it's not even shining on the card. Not even hitting that bitch. There we go.
It is.
And again, worm juice. Fantastic. Bronley, what's going on, man? One thing I would like to do, though, worm juice, is make sure the defense never goes over 50. Where the hell did you put that? I know it's in here.
What?
It has an attack and a defense, and it just generates a random number.
Anyway.
And I don't know where that one is. Complete story, rebuild, character count, max count, total characters, word buffer, card number. 0 to add. Two numbers, both of those have a 0 to 9 max. Which ones? Hang on, where? Oh yeah, Bromley. Isn't total amount characters? No. Can't see the blueprint, so you can't tell. Oh. That's for the cards. That's for the card number. Here's for the text. Defense. That one. Max 9. So max 5. Okay. Close enough. Look at this, though. This is so cool. Alley Cat. Look at this. I'm just gonna delete all this shit.
Look at this, it's so cool. Delete.
Yeah. Motherfucker, stop going. You schmuck. There we go. That's the coolest thing, though. So we can just do 20. And play.
It's an image sequence, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cranking them out. So look at the card number 001,
Oh, yeah.
002, 3, 4, 5. It generates a new sword, centers it up on the screen, grabs the name of everything, populates that, does a story based on whatever the hell we want.
Seagulls with that sneeze.
Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Previously owned by an insane warlock from the bad part of town who killed several priests in a fit of rage. Expertly handled by a light-hearted warlock from a ghost town who killed several priests in a fit of rage. Oh, I got a really bad thing about the priests, huh? Formerly owned by an inconsequential thug from a lonely river town who valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. Short of that, it's kind of a cool-looking sword.
So who came up with all this?
Me.
Right.
So that, again, is inside of here. And we go down to the backstories. Here, I gotta stop it.
Right.
So go down to here. So string array owned by, and then we can just plop one in. So let's have some fun, y'all. Let's play Mad Libs. Do you remember Mad Libs, Alley Cat?
I've never heard of what Mad Libs are.
Oh, what is it with you Brits? You've never heard of Mad Libs?
No, we have wit.
Wit. Oh my god.
Simpler version.
Mad Libs, the world's greatest word game. So basically, it would just be, give us a noun. Okay, great. Now give us an adjective. All right, fantastic. I'll give us whatever, and it just builds up a story for you,
Right.
more or less. So
Right.
they would have all kinds of stupid little things, and inevitably it's going to be Johnny stuck his booger in his butt and whatever. So that's basically what we did with this.
So it's a cunning ploy on the phrase ad lib.
Right. Mad Lib.
Mad ad lib, yeah. Like Mad Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
remember when
Let's
that
try.
first came out.
Let's look at that exposure. Maybe that has something to do with it. Let's take that to 5. All right. Okay. All right, let's take this to 4. Bring this back up to 4. Yeah, that changed things. Bring this back up to 8. Okay. Take you back up to 6. Take you to 8. Take you to 10. 10's too much.
Can you do me a favour?
Yes.
Can you go to... Where am I in Discord? Can you go to window, top left?
There we go. Window. Okay.
And select...
Aaron. What's going on, man?
Select ENV Light Mixer. And that's a handy little tool that you can create things if you want to do lighting. So click on skylight, atmospheric light, whatever, and it will just dump one into the level somewhere. You can undo it immediately, so it doesn't really do anything wrong. From there you can select, so that creates a skylight and it creates whatever, and it's just a nice convenient place just to sort of have stuff.
Huh.
So you can see that's very bright.
I didn't even know this existed.
I think when this came in, 4.2. Well, actually, when did this come in? 4.19?
I have no idea.
It's been a while.
Let's see what this does.
But whatever it creates, obviously you can uncreate.
Roger. All we got to do is delete it.
Oh yeah. That's what you got to do.
Okay, ultimately, I think we're getting better.
Getting better.
Getting better.
Well, if you go back to that a second, actually, sorry, if you go to visual effects, so place actor, visual effects, and
Yeah, it's just right there.
no, that's not what I was looking for. Sorry, go to lights.
Go to what?
I was in the engine just a few minutes ago. No, cinematic.
Oh, cinematic.
No. Hold on a second.
Rough time at work at the moment, as usual. Oh no. Yai.
Why don't you have that?
Why don't I have what?
An HDRI background. HDRI backdrop. What was it? I'm looking
I've seen that fucker in here. I've seen that before.
Yeah. That's been around a while. HDR.
Huh.
You might not have it enabled. You go to your plugins and just type HDRI backdrop. Yeah, you don't have it enabled, but if you enable it.
Oh, restart.
Oh, no, forget that.
No, I'm not trying to restart, man.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to have to mess with that crap.
That's all
But
right.
it does actually create a really nice
Right.
look to things. Source roughness. If you go to any one of those rec lights, one of the options there is source roughness. So if you click on like your key light, and you got source roughness. Well, if you just type roughness into your search term. What?
Yeah. It's giving me nothing. Nothing.
Make me sense. I've got the file open.
Which side is this on? Sometimes that works. I got this green floating up above my head here. See my hand. Here, Aaron, take a look. Yeah, these are all being auto-generated. Here, I'll explain the anatomy of it. Okay, so what's happening here is we've got different colors for the frame, all being randomly generated, depending on which one it is. The swords themselves are made of 4 pieces: the pommel, the grip, the crossguard, the blade. As usual, that's what swords are fucking made of. Each one of the pieces has a name. So once this gets to the end here, I'll be able to point it out. We're almost there. Finally heard that. All right, there we go. So, pommel is death. The grip is talon of the. The crossguard is blind. The blade is overlord. So, depending on what piece gets randomly generated, it's going to generate the name and fill this in. The attack is a random number. The defense is a random number. The story is randomly generated from a list of options that we've put into the array. The card color randomly comes in. I've got foil and normal versions of each one, and it's just random completely. And then the card number, as they're being created, counts up as we go. So, stop this, play that. Stop immediately, click on this, it's going to bring this up, and we can see that it's taken a gazillion high-res screenshots, or however many we tell it to actually grab. So this one is previously owned. Where you at? There you are. Previously owned by a light-hearted thief from a lonely river town who valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. This one, once wielded by a drunken warlock from the bad part of town who once vomited on an invalid child who did not own pants. handily wielded by a light-hearted thug from the bad part of town who valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. So what I want to do now is go into here, and this is where we have all of our options for the story. Previously owned by, so it always has to be something along that lines. Previously owned by, once wielded by, formerly possessed by. Then we go into the descriptors. A drunken, an insane, a broody, a lighthearted, whatever. And we can go on and on and on and on and on. Same thing with the nouns. We can go on and on and on. Whatever it is, half-elf from, elf from, warrior from, warlock from, thug from, and so forth. The location, from where? From the bad part of town, who, an abandoned castle, who was hell-bent on revenge for losing a card game. So let's have some fun, y'all. Let's start here. Previously owned by, once wielded by, formerly possessed by, previously used by, once loved by, handily wielded by, expertly handled by, formerly owned by, and sloppily handled by. I love it when you get the sloppily handled by a drunken prostitute from a grotesque monastery who absolutely hated fucking goblins. Because that's a double entendre. It's like, goblins again? God damn it. I gotta get out of this town. I hate fucking goblins. Oh, stolen from. Oh, no, can't do a from. It's got to be a by.
Decided to sit down.
Yo, Crunchy Lumpia. What's that?
Decided to sit down again.
Heard that. No. Not really. We're making some NFTs. We'll see what happens.
Some amputees.
And we're going to use these for hopefully developing some funding so that when I do need to hire people, I can actually hire people. And, you know, fucking pay them. That would be cool, right? That's what I think. I think that would be just neat. RevShare blows. No fucking titties. No fucking titties? Who, me? Kinda. But they're hairy. Really hairy. I'm mostly Scandinavian. Okay, so here we go. Let's do... Alright, what do we got? Cheer rip. Probably gonna go back to hobby. Dropped by. Okay, let's go with dropped by. Dropped by. Let's go to...
Coveted by.
Coveted by?
Coveted by. Oh. Is it for the person that has it, or the person that previously owned it?
The person that previously owned it.
Oh, tarnished by then.
Ooh, tarnished by.
Coveted by. You can't be covered. You can't covet something you've already coveted.
Well, it could be once coveted by, and that still works. I just need to make sure I fucking spelled that right. Heavy on the covet, father. Oh, that's it. Okay.
Brandished by.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me see here. No, brandished works. Brandished by. Crunchy, feel free to jump in here. We're mad living. Once brandished by. This is dropped by.
Sought after by.
Ooh.
Greatly sought after, or greatly sought by marauding
Once
zombie nuns.
sought... Oh, damn it. Stupid cap lock. Once sought by...
Yeah, I think I'll go off live from watching you. Go back to
Ooh.
regular mode.
Poisoned by? Killed by? No, we're giving the story the name. We can't kill the sword. We can't even poison the sword. Ooh, but we can curse the sword.
Sword previously known as.
I'm throwing it in. Previously known by...
The sword previously known as.
The sword previously known as... Prince Slayer 101. Once found by... Oh, yeah, that'll work. Once found by... Damn it, there was another one. Level 2 had one. Cursed by. Formerly cursed by... We got handled by... Well, kinda. Handily wielded. Previously forged by?
Talking of swords... Talking of swords, sir, I've got a very serious question for you.
Ah,
Have you seen the new film, The Green Knight?
I have not. What's it on?
Has anybody in the channel
Has anyone in this
seen the
channel
film?
seen The Green Knight?
It's like brand new.
Once handled by, once anointed by. We got a negative. Bronley says yes.
Oh, right, well...
And he says it's fucking cool. Dude, did you see fucking, one of the actors that was in that just died?
Hold on. Times in my... Again, I've got to deal with this again. Once
What?
again, something comes out, everyone says it's fucking great, and I'm like...
Is it like Green Lantern?
Oh my god, this film, I saw it earlier on today. This film, The Green Knight, it's a story that's told from Arthurian legends. It's a very old story. It's been around for hundreds of years. It's almost as old as me, this story, and it's been retold by this director. Very, very competent director. I watched it earlier today, and oh my god, it's without a doubt the most pretentious piece of shit I've ever seen. It's so bad. It's so pretentious.
2 more. We need 2 more.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. 'Cause everyone's been just... Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things where people are like, have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? And they're like, oh, you gotta see it. Oh, it's so great. And then you watch it and you're like,
Did I spell that right?
Pretentious, yes. Pretentiously wielded by, yeah. I don't think you can pretentiously wield to...
You certainly can too!
Yes, I thought that through, yeah. You can pretentiously wielded by... But this movie, man, it's... but I think the problem that I have with it is that money was spent on this movie. Like, you can tell they spent some money on this movie.
Now that works.
It looks a little bit cheap in places, but on the whole, you know that they really did spend a lot of time making this movie. They put a lot of thought in it, a lot of care, a lot of love. There's a lot of love on the screen, like a lot of care and attention. Do you know what I mean? But
okay, there we go. We have 20 owned buys. Oh man, that's a good one. Soaked in blood. Now we're on descriptors of who carried this. So we have a drunken and insane, a broody, a lighthearted, and angry, a completely stoned, an elderly, and inconsequential.
You should lose.
Lose?
You should lose. You should use collective pronouns.
Huh?
And well, like a school of dolphins, a bevy of ostriches.
Well, that would be under our nouns, though. But we could use. We have a halfling, I think. Oh wait, no.
So you're describing the noun.
Yeah, we're describing the noun right now.
Beg your pardon. Beg your pardon. My mistake.
We'll get to those though. But yeah, ducks.
I thought that's where. Yeah, no, it's all on.
Lumi, much love, man. A flying. Okay. Okay. A flying.
Low
Next.
Flying. Low flying.
A low flying? Low flying.
Yeah, low flying is better.
Because that way if it lands on dwarf.
Exactly.
Ooh, and undead. I like that one. Devro, also great to see you.
No, you don't
Thank
want to
you
say
for...
undead. You would say
Sure.
a zombified.
Oh, we can do both. An undead and a zombified.
An unholy reconstruction of.
We're getting a little long. We only have so much room. And
an unholy reconstruction of. Because that follows for a British. Yeah.
No, it would be unholy constructed. Of doesn't fit into there. Because it's going to go directly into whatever.
Okay.
Because that would be an unholy construction of half-elf from. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. An imbecilic we can use. A deep faked. Yeah. Okay. We're going an imbecilic. A deep faked.
It's an incel.
An incel?
What's an incel?
Oh my god, we gotta define incel. I mean, I can use the term, but I don't think I'm using it right. Incel, meaning member of an online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile toward women and men who are sexually active. Okay. Okay.
What does it mean?
That is what it means. Dude that can't get pussy.
Involuntarily celibate.
A eunuch.
Celibate.
Involuntarily.
That doesn't make any sense. Involuntarily celibate.
Guy who wants to get laid.
Involuntarily or involuntary?
Involuntary
celibate or involuntarily celibate?
Involuntarily celibate. It would have to be there.
That doesn't make any sense. How can you be involuntarily celibate?
How do we say this, though? How do we say incel?
Involuntarily? That doesn't make any sense.
Do we have royal in here? We don't? Okay. Alright, I think that gives us enough. Involuntarily.
Just say a celibate. If you just say a celibate.
Well, celibate means that you're doing it on purpose. Yeah, a celibate means he's doing it on purpose. And involuntarily celibate means he ugly.
So it's somebody that doesn't want to be celibate.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be celibate.
They don't want to be celibate, but they are celibate? That doesn't make any sense.
They don't want to be celibate, but they are celibate. They are celibate because they ugly.
No, I get what you're saying, but that doesn't make any sense.
We'll go for it anyways. It doesn't matter. It's a Mad Lib. Although I have a feeling that one's probably too long. Completely stoned is the longest one that we've had there. Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Just put celibate.
It's gonna has to be a celibate because it's just too damn long.
Yeah. They don't choose to not have sex, but no one will sleep with them. From their general demeanour on how they treat people. They don't choose to not have sex.
I mean, we're saying this dude is so ugly he couldn't even pay a stripper.
They don't? I'm just reading through what... They don't choose. They do not choose.
But
to
level
not.
2, wouldn't that be...
There you go, right there. You've got
an incelic.
They do not choose to not have sex.
They don't choose to not have sex.
That's a quadruple negative.
No, I think it's a triple negative, in which case it technically works. I don't know.
No.
A eunuch. Yes.
Oh, right. So these are people that think that they should be getting sex, but they're not, and therefore they're then hostile towards women?
Yes. But would that be incelic? Let's find out.
I still don't understand that. Logically, that doesn't make any sense. The whole construction of that doesn't make any sense. And this is something they are calling themselves.
Insular.
Insular means that you are only thinking of other people. Sorry, that you are not thinking of other people.
No, that one doesn't work. You don't know how to spell it, you're on the phone. They feel like they deserve to have sex, but nobody wants to bang them.
INSUL.
Underrated, yes.
INSUL. Insular.
Is that 2 R's or 1? 2 R's. Ooh, a vigilante. A smuggler.
Keep talking, Brony. Brownlee. Brohonley. You see, you go to a bar restaurant and the waitress is nice to you.
Smuggler doesn't work.
I think you mean the food server. Now, that gesture is a blanket statement. You're being helped by them. It's their job to be nice to you.
A smuggling works. What's up, Spazzy?
So you go to a bar or restaurant and the waitress is nice to you. That gesture is a blanket statement. You're being helped by them. It's their job to be nice to you. Right? With you so far.
How do we get incelic? Wizard would be a noun, and I think we have one. Oh, I've got warlock. We can do wizard too. Warlocks, wizards, you know. We need one more. One more. Incel equals little bitch. You know what?
It's a non-word for me.
It doesn't work.
I can't use that word. It doesn't make any sense. It really just doesn't make any sense.
I think it's a generational thing. A brutal. Ooh. Yes. Okay. We're going to move to nouns. A half-elf from... So, like the last words. A brutal half-elf from. A brutal elf from. I mean, if we have elf and half-elf, there's no reason we can't have wizard as well. So we may as well go with that. Wizard from. Next. Twitch streamer from. Ooh, some of these could get really long.
Freaking nun.
Hang on.
I am reading what you're writing, by the way, from me. Consider that kindness when you
Crypto bro.
To eat, drink, and you choose to go back to the restaurant. You give her a bigger tip, hoping she. Why would you have a tip? Good lord.
Yeah, but that one's too non-specific. Entity from. We need specific to make it funny. Celestial from. Celestial works. Because I mean, everybody's an entity. Celestial from. Nation.
What's this got to do with celibacy, Brandon? You go to a restaurant, you leave a tip, and then you leave your number? What would you do that for?
Oh, dude, that happens here on the regular.
Sorry. I keep thinking you're there, but you're not.
We're where? I'm here. But that literally happens all the time. All the time. All the time.
Giving their numbers for women.
All the time. On the tip.
Shitting me.
I am not even fucking kind of shitting you. All the time. Sometimes, most of the time, they'll leave it like on a $100 bill. If they're leaving a $100 bill for a tip. Oh yeah. All the time. All the time. I've seen it so many times over the years. This has been happening for 2 decades for me. Every now and again, you get the waitress that goes, this dumbass left his number on a $100 bill. All I'm gonna do is spend it. I ain't calling his ass. More numbers left on the bill when I wore a mask at work. Aw, Bronley. Maybe put the mask back on. I'm just saying. I think I'm gonna leave it on. Oh, wait. Did I spell that properly? Smuggling. Is it with 2 G's?
Smuggling. I think so, yeah. Smuggling.
Yep. Smuggling, exactly. Okay, so we are at half-elf from, elf from, warrior from, warlock from, thug from, prostitute from, thief from, dwarf from, peasant from, wizard from, and then a couple more contemporary. Twitch streamer from, crypto bro from, we need a from.
So these are sexually frustrated men. Is that all you're saying?
No Nazis. Fuck Nazis. Arms dealer? Yes.
Nah.
Wait.
Anyways, you don't get text.
Blacksmith.
Just take that on. So I move on about that. And so let's see that waitress is a bitch.
We'll just take the lump and say whatever and move on about their day. And so we'll see that waitress. Yeah. Ooh, baker.
I would never, ever leave my number for a waitress.
That's because you're fucking classy. There's other people not so much.
I just would never leave my number for a
See,
waitress.
I wouldn't either. I'd try to fucking woo her right then and there. I'm not going to leave my number. Vampire from, yes. Merchant from, yes.
I mean, I can't imagine a waitress on the planet that would be interested in dating somebody that was a customer.
Farmer from?
Like, honestly, like, what the hell? My God.
What? A dog can't carry a sword. You've gotten Snapchats, but never direct number? Heard that. Ooh, bandit from. I missed that one. Although it's kind of like we've got a thief. Do we have a thief? We do have a thief. Fuck it. Bandit.
It's my thinking, Bradley.
What the hell's a swagger?
Why would a man...
Because they're awful, bro. We are awful people.
No, I'm just
Did I
thinking
throw a
this
vigilante?
through. Like, if you... I'm just thinking, so there's a guy who goes to a restaurant and he leaves a number. Why would a waitress ever date, like, someone who's a customer, who kept coming in week after week, ordering the same thing? Like, what kind of relationship is that? Like, what's she going to be
that
thinking?
would be
Right,
a
so we
sugar
date
daddy?
and then back up. and then back at the home, we start living together. What am I going to do? Bring you food? Do you know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean you can't cook?
it means so
Bitch,
that
you
we
don't
can-
think I'm
I
a
can-
fucking
we can
waitress
live
for
together,
nothing,
I
do
can
ya?
Bring you food? Like, come on. Maybe they're rich. If they're rich,
But
they
since
ain't going
we're
to a
here
restaurant.
and we're on it, waitress from.
That's like dating a dentist. What are you going to do? Fucking give me a floss? Come on.
If I was dating a dentist, I would totally make them floss me. They would fucking do such a good job.
Floss me.
Floss me, baby. Oh, you know how I like it. Use the wax stuff. Oh, we're all out of priests.
Nah, dude, I couldn't date a dentist, man. Couldn't do that.
All right, now we're on.
I'll be waking up in the middle of the night and they'll be looking
Floss
at
my
face. I'll be
naughty
"What are you
gap."
doing?" I'm just seeing what you ate today.
It's like,
There's a pumpkin
motherfucker,
seed.
you've got built-up tartar in the back fucking molar. I can see it from here, and it's nasty.
There's just some. My point is, there's just some people you don't date, and if you're a waitress, you don't date customers because, well, maybe if you're a lesbian, you date a female customer. I don't know, but if it's a guy and you're a girl and you're a waitress and you got to like bring food to people.
Hey, Alley Cat, I just want to point this out.
What's that guy seeing you? Does that guy think, oh, look, here's someone that brings food to me. I'm going to date her so that she can bring me food at home.
Yes.
Like, no.
And she's not going to bring anybody else food ever again. Also, Alley
Yeah,
Cat.
exactly. It's
I
like,
need
I
to.
saw you at work today.
Yeah. I saw you at work today.
With that soup.
Who the fuck was that guy that you brought the cup of coffee to? You smiled at him. I smile at literally everybody. It's how I get tipped, asshole. That's how you fucking left your number. I smiled at you, and look what happened. Alley Cat, I saved. Just wanted to tell you. Wanted to let you know. I wanted to point it out. I saved.
Sure.
I totally did. Just a second ago, I saved. Okay, so now we are on locations. Where are these people from? So...
All right. Now, hold on. This is an interesting question you raised. Which job or profession or female would either you not date or that you would expect a lesbian would also not wish to date? That's a good question.
Oh, that is a good question. These are the kinds of questions that need to be answered. Let's see here. Hell.
You wouldn't date a stripper?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't date a stripper. I would not date a stripper. And I have to assume that a lesbian probably wouldn't want to date a stripper either. Yeah, dude, straight up never. My one buddy Josh, though, his favorite things on planet Earth are strippers and cocaine.
Hold on. Bronny's asking a question here. See, this is a statement that Bronny's just made because they're saying they wouldn't want to date a stripper. Is the reason for that because you know that strippers basically pretty much get it every night from
everyone,
the people that they strip to? Or because of another reason? There's got to be a reason for that. You wouldn't want to date a stripper. I wouldn't have an issue with dating any erotic dancer.
I wouldn't want to date literally any sex worker. I mean, the last thing I want to hear about is how hard her day was. I really don't want to know how hard your day was, honey. Oh my god, there were so many fucking penises. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Can't you just pretend to be a waitress? A sexy jungle. We'll go with mythical jungle. However,
I don't know how this came around, but guys can't be trusted. I really don't know how this happened.
I'd say by large and far, we've probably proven ourselves.
Thing. Just American guys just must be just sleeping around all the time.
Oh, it's our culture these days, man. Oh, a burned down city. That's a good one. A sexy.
You've never done anything that had to entertain another guy. Interesting. You know some grimy dudes.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know some grimy dudes as well. They'll fucking nail goddamn anything to a wall.
You
A
gotta get
sexy
some better
alley
friends.
wall?
Sexy alleyway.
A sexy homeless shelter.
How about a dark and nefarious back alley? No, it's too long.
Actually, no. Nefarious back alley works. Who? Not ho. Who? Oh, a frozen mountain. Hang on, you did another one. A swamp. A damp swamp forest. Who? Thick jungle. A mythical a mythical jungle. Heard. I like the mythical jungle. That's a good one. A sexy jungle. I like the sexy homeless shelter. I can't wait until the prostitute lands on this one. Where was that one? A burned down city. Down city, a frozen mountain. Oh, wait.
Battlefield.
Yes. An ancient battlefield. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I spelled that wrong. I always mess up the I before E. I think it's E-I. Is it E-I or I-E?
I before E, except after C.
Yeah. Except for in many, many fucking cases. I hope that's right. Who? Okay, frozen mountain.
Like facetiousness.
Yeah. A stalactite-filled cave. The sun-kissed city.
Is that a city that has been sunk?
A sunken city.
Sunken
Who?
city.
Can't forget the Who. Gotta have the Who. Who has to be there?
Every album collection. Sexy cave. Sexy alleyway. Sexy
Why is this
cave,
sexy cave so damp? And it smells of
Crunchy.
fish.
Crunchy lumpia. You
Burnt
and
down
your
city,
sexy
frozen
alleyways
mountain.
and sexy barns. A stinky barn.
Don't worry,
about
we've
a
got
sexy,
a
stinky
stinky barn.
barn?
We have a sexy homeless shelter. It's gonna be fine.
Crunchy's got a sexy alleyway, a sexy jungle, and a phallic-shaped items inside of a cave.
A dangerous cave. Who? Okay, we've got two more.
Do you want something
An
that's
unholy
sort
church.
of, mythical?
Yes.
Right.
Last one. A Motel 6.
How about the Mystic Plains of, or the Mystic Plains that, something like that. So something about plains and there being mystical, or misty, the Misty Plains or something.
I like
Something
the Mystic
misty and
Plains.
Something plainy.
I like the Mystic Plains. That works.
Mystic
Who?
and mystical and misty plains are good.
Nah, I think
because-
Mystic
Because
works.
it's all flat. Well, the thing about there's something about having a very big flat surface that's a plane with no undulations in the surface at all. And
Okay.
It's misty, and you can't see which direction you're going.
Now we get to the
something
fun
about
part here. The backstories.
Let me just have a look. Absolutely hate it.
Bitch, no. Hide. Hey. There we go. Okay, so the word that happens right before any one of these is who.
Recently lost a game of cards to giants. Or something like that. Like some kind of a game against giants. It could be darts, cards.
We've got a card game one here already, though.
Potting dwarves.
We've got a hell-bent on revenge for losing a card game. That's
Right.
choice. That's the second one, so I don't want to do another card game one.
Beg your pardon. Beg your pardon.
Baking powder?
So,
And these ones can just get silly.
I was in agonies and torture until they're solved.
And No Needy, what's going on? Sorry, I saw you jump in. No Needy, where are you from? Are you from America? And do you remember Mad Libs? It turns out this is a very American thing, and I didn't realize that, because it does say right on the thing, the world's greatest. So it has to be all over the world. The world had to come to a general consensus for them to ever be able to say that.
Dude, there's also the World Series of Baseball that doesn't have any other country other than America.
Okay, fair. Look, we are self-centered. I'm not gonna... Oh no, what are they doing?
Sorry to come up with the only thing that is spiritual.
Oh no, you're right.
Famously
Agonies.
lost something. I think famously lost. And the thing that they lost was amusing. Famously lost radiant cheese for the kings and queens of something. I don't know.
That works. Gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. Yeah, but these ones are swords. We can't do bloody axe. And wielding has already probably been used once and one time. So let's try to think of the things that have come before this. So we've got previously owned by, once wielded by. So we don't want to do once wielded by a drunken prostitute from the bad part of town who presented world peace by wielding a bloody axe. You're just doubling up on the wield. But gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. That works. So we've got absolutely hated fucking goblins. Was hell-bent on revenge for losing a card game. Killed several priests in a fit of rage. Once beat a man to death for sneezing too often. Hated going outside because of the heat in the summer. Ate too many undercooked chickens and died of dysentery. Shout out to fucking Oregon Trail. Valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. Once vomited on an invalid child who did not own pants. Tossed halflings for fun. Gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. All of these are gold, man. They're all gold.
By the way, it's often, not often.
Huh? Often? Where? What?
Well, no, the spelling is correct, but the pronunciation is you don't include the T.
Oh, well, you know.
I'm just saying.
I'm just American. We also say aluminum instead of aluminium, you know. It's one of those things. It's colloquial? Loved punching family members every time they smiled. Family members. They smiled. What does this white box mean? Worm juice, what's happening here? I've only seen this a couple of times. In fact, it used to be up here, and now it moved down there. Is this because it's too long?
I think it's about the display limit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There
Not
we
the
go.
display limit, but the display limit of the actual tooltip.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a scroll bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, we can just leave that there. So this is going to go... Oh, okay. Okay. Now it works in my head. Thank you. That was driving me bonkers. Okay, so we've got gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. Loved punching family members. Go ahead and hide this so I can see all these. When they smile.
Played dice.
What's that?
Played dice.
Okay.
With the pirates of known... still constructing. Played dice, but I like the thing with games of chance, because a lot of this is to do with games of chance.
Instead of played dice,
played something.
Rolled the bones. Rolled the bones.
Rolled the bones. Nice.
Rolled the bones. With
the pirates from the Isle of Guy or something. With the sea pirates of, or the pirates from...
If I could spell, that would be great.
Pirates.
Well, we can't do
Roll
from.
the bones of pirates. Well, you leave that for now. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, that is pretty much there.
As long as it's there. Yeah. Pirates,
hang on.
Yeah, that's perfect.
On vacation. Rolled the bones with pirates on vacation. What do you mean? Why are you a pirate and not on vacation? Talks so much to the undead that they left town. Hang on. Frequently spoke with ghosts to pass the time. There we go. Jump in here, Bronley. I kind of like that one, though. Died in agony. From Taco Tuesday. The one before this is locations. So the word right before this, any one of these is going to be who. Yo, GG with a party of 1. GG with a rating party of 1. GG with a rating party of 1. Your table is ready. GG.
Have you got any that deal with consuming things? I'm just going through...
Gave the devil the finger. On fire to prove they were witches. Set, hang on, let's give it set elderly? No, we've already got elderly used once. Set women on fire to prove... set wenches on fire to prove they were witches. You ran into a pickle?
Still can't get over the fact that guys in America leave their phone numbers for waitresses. Like, what the hell?
Ooh, this one might get long. Repeatedly, but it needs to be in there. The defecated? Yeah, I think it is defecated. Defecated in the streets.
Some waitresses are attractive. I don't deny that some waitresses are going to be attractive. We all find beauty in a different face. No argument
I
there.
think Jim Gaffigan said it best. Like, all these restaurants have beautiful waitresses. They're like, they could be a model. Like, oh my gosh. You wouldn't think that would work. It's like, this food must be so good here. The waitress looks like she could be a model. Or, my waitress is fat as shit. I'm definitely getting an appetizer. Which one would sell more money? Turns out it's the one hoeing for hamburgers, man. Animation, but all I'm finding is 360 turntable tutorials. Want free rotation of every direction, not just one. So, like, is it going to rotate constantly the whole time? It's never not going to rotate in any one of those directions? Because I think you just set the rotation for each one of the axes to 360.
You want to make a rotation animation,
But I'm not sure.
For an actor or a camera?
Oh, you can rotate it with a mouse. Huh. No, it would probably still work because you just have to click on it and drag. Head to the weirdest creatures. Not gave head. Filleted. I feel like that's... Thank you. Oh. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you were going for. I mean, most 3D viewers should already have that automatically installed. You should just have to upload the model.
That WebGL.
You've head to the weirdest creatures. Filleted. Chimeras.
I think it's phallated, not fellated. Your
Is it phallated?
what when?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, what word are you thinking of?
Oh.
Right. Yes.
Balls deep, baby. Filleted chimeras.
Yes, because phallic.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Regular basis. Where's on a regular basis? Okay. Reincarnated more times than Jesus?
Semi-regular basis, because then you got the word semi and phallic in the same.
That's perfect.
I know. That's why I said
That is perfect. Okay. On a semi-regular basis. 2 dick jokes in one line.
you might want to hyphenate that. Semi-regular. You might want to. You might want to.
No. I'm going to leave that one right as it is. Because when the word thing comes through, it'll probably break it right there. Otherwise, it's going to pop this with the dash and the regular down to the next line. Which could be bad. Like a turntable. I don't think you have to, GG. I mean, you can upload one and then take it down. Just upload one and just take it down immediately. See what it does and then take it down. Okay, where are we at here? Succumbed to fellatio. We've already got the filleted, though. Already got one of those. We need another one. Only dated.
It is fellated. It's FELLATED.
Is it?
Fellated.
Is it HE? Or is it NE?
It's the letter F.
Is it the letter F?
E. No. It's not phallic. It's fellate.
In that case, there's too many
Transitive
L's.
third of fellatio. See, Brony knew. It's not a word I knew how to spell, you see. You knew. Haha. I don't mind getting that word wrong. I suppose is the point.
Moderately attractive. What word have we not used yet in the
Ogre.
previous nouns? Half-elf, elf, warrior, warlock, thug, prostitute, thief, dwarf, peasant, wizard,
Ogre.
Twitch streamer. Yeah. Ogres. There we go. Beautiful. Some calculus. Yo, Crunchy, thanks for swinging by. Nice to see you. Had fun.
Eclecticism should be a religion.
You know what? You're right.
Isn't it a belief system? Isn't it a sort
Wait,
of
is barmaid one word? I feel like barmaid's one word.
I wouldn't argue with that.
Yep. Sure is.
The olden days. I miss those. In the days before electricity.
Really attractive ogres. Okay, we need 2 more. I'll go ahead and compile and save.
Presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick.
Where the fuck is Heatherwick?
I just made it up.
Okay.
But it sounds like a sort of oldie worldy sort of a name, doesn't it? Heatherwick.
Vulgarly presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick. Yes. Made millions in ancient NFTs. Wouldn't it be made millions in the ancient NFTs of yore? Like YORU or YORE?
Incessantly insisted
Yeah.
there were ghosts in their pants.
That's a double right there. Insisted.
Is it persistently insisted?
Yes, persistently insisted. That works.
Insistently and persistently insisted.
Okay. We've got 20 options for each of the descriptions.
Now we spin that wheel.
Let us spin that wheel, friends. Alright, let me go and delete all these. Yeah. And we'll do... $50 of them. Play. Oh, we already got one of the Heatherwicks.
Oh, Heatherwick. It's a popular place, isn't it?
Well, obviously.
It's a nice bar there.
An
It's only one
unholy
bar.
baker from a
But the
mythical
barmaid has
jungle
got-
who set wenches on fire to prove they were witches. Now there's practically guaranteed not to have a double. There's far too many variables. Even with 4,000 cards, we may get a double blade, but we will almost never get a double description in combination with the blade, with the same attack and defense, with the same color of the background card. There's no fucking way. It's like a 2 billion to 1. Somebody would have had to win the lotto for that. Formerly cursed by a brutal celestial from the bad part of town who vulgarly presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick. It's brilliant. The jilted tooth of the blind king, proudly carried by a eunuch merchant from a damp swamp forest who gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. Lightning sword of the righteous dragon, formerly owned by an underrated bandit from the bad part of town who loved punching family members when they smiled. Beautiful. Beautiful. The aged sword of the chaotic orc, once loved by an inconsequential warlock from the mystic plains who rolled the bones with pirates on vacation. Who was on vacation there? Death sword of the Dread King. Was it the pirates or was it the warlock?
Well, you didn't have the punctuation, you see. So.
Fair. Fuck commas. Death sword of the Dread King. Once coveted by an angry warrior from a dangerous cave who frequently spoke with ghosts to pass the time. There's the Heatherwick again. Once found by a low-flying vigilante from a ghost town who vulgarly presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick. The slaying claw of the corrupt knight. Sloppily handled by a celibate merchant from the most destitute part of the city who filleted chimeras on a semi-regular basis.
I think that's double L for filleted.
Ah, damn it, it is double L. Fuck, well now we have to start over.
No, you perform that fellation incorrectly. You have to start all over again.
I had it right the first time. Pile, save. Save all.
You did not have that. Yeah, you had a P on that. PH.
Huh? I had
a PH in the.
I know I had a PH,
PHE.
but I did have the double L's.
True.
At one point, I was almost there. At the
I'm blaming
end.
Bronley.
I'm blaming Bronley
Bronley.
too. You hear that, Bronley? Alright, back to here.
I'll just blame the waitress for the bad food.
Once loved by an unholy elf from a grotesque monastery who tossed halflings for fun.
Oh.
Summoned
Oh,
by
God,
a brutal vampire from a grotesque monastery who repeatedly defecated in the streets after plumbing was invented.
That's interesting.
Proudly carried by an elderly dwarf from the mystic plains who filleted chimeras on a semi-regular basis. Proudly carried by a bizarre elf from a rundown village who once vomited on an invalid child who did not own pants. Once coveted by a light-hearted bandit from the mystic plains who filleted chimeras on a semi-regular basis. Huh. Bandit's gotta do what a bandit's gotta do. Previously known by a bizarre baker from the mythical jungle who absolutely hated fucking goblins. Formerly cursed by an underrated merchant.
Wait. hated fucking the goblins, or fucking goblins is the thing that they hated.
I hate fucking goblins. Or, if it's the
but
prostitute, I
do you
hate fucking
hate
goblins.
Fucking goblins?
It depends on who's saying it. If it's the prostitute, it's the other one. Formerly cursed by an underrated merchant from the burned down city who have the devil the finger? Who have the devil the finger? Oh, who have fingered... Who gave the devil the finger. Damn it.
Yeah.
This is why we're checking these
the G and
things.
the H key, they're very close together, you know.
They are. And I should have checked, and I did not. Curses.
Have one last check.
Yeah, let's
Before
do
you
that.
Push the button again.
Before I push the button again. Absolutely hated fucking goblins. Let's go through every last one of these. Previously owned by... Yes. 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 Yes.
I really think you should put a few commas in here.
Nah,
Especially
definitely
that
not.
last one. Number 20.
Definitely not.
Sure.
Well...
I mean, that's a pretty obvious one, number 20. Once lost, then found by.
Then found. Do the one comma, you gotta do this, the second.
No, then found by.
Yeah, alright. I'll give you that one. Does coveted have two teeth? No, we already checked that one. Brandished. Bronley. Much love, man.
Laters.
Thanks for stopping in, bro. Be good, but not too good. Sloppily handled, dropped by, once coveted by, brandished by, formerly brandished by. Handled by, proudly carried by, summoned by, once summoned by, pretentiously wielded by, once lost, then found by. Okay. Descriptors. A drunken, an insane, a broody, a lighthearted, an angry, a completely stoned, an elderly, an inconsequential, a bizarre, a low-flying, an undead, a zombified, an unholy, an imbecilic, a deep-faked, a celibate, a eunuch, an underrated, a vigilante, a smuggling, a brutal. Those all look good. Nouns. Half-elf from... I guess we did set the precedent for the dash there, didn't we? Elf from, warrior from, warlock from, thug from, prostitute from, thief from, dwarf from, peasant from, wizard from, Twitch streamer from, crypto bro from, celestial from, blacksmith from. I mean, we could probably replace the Twitch streamer and the crypto. Baker from, vampire from, merchant from, farmer from, bandit from, vigilante from, barmaid from.
Valley, no. Brave Knight.
Incel. And Brave Knight.
So it's not gonna work. That's too... like...
Incel is definitely a word. It's definitely a word. For sure, for sure. There's definitions and everything. It's a word.
Dude, I've got a dictionary right next to me. It's not in there.
I have an internet.
You have an internet dictionary.
Boom. Dictionary. A member of the online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually, typically associated with views that are hostile toward women.
Is that a link?
Yeah.
Open it up.
Oh, this link? That's from Oxford.
Look. Yeah, show me.
You slut. That's
not the Oxford English Dictionary. That's some bullshit. That is not the Oxford English Dictionary.
That's okay. We're still going with it.
It's not a word.
It's a word.
Bullshit. It's not a fucking word.
We're going with it.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it is kind of a banned word on Twitch. Twitch did ban the word.
It's not a word, man.
I'm just saying.
It's not a fucking word, man. It's not a word. You might as well have...
I think it might be derived from incelibate.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it is. It does derive from incelibate. And this one is from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Oh, incel definition. There it is.
Usually. What on earth does that mean? Usually. So sometimes it's
what
a
does
fridge.
is mean?
Sometimes it's a what? It's a boat.
Well,
What is it?
It's usually a man. But sometimes
so
it's all
other
worse.
times it can be what? A book on the shelf?
Well, no, it has to be a person. Usually a man.
A teapot?
Anyway, it's there. It's a word. Anyway.
Do they regard themselves?
Yes. Blacksmith from, baker from, vampire from, merchant from, farmer from, bandit from, vigilante.
That doesn't make any sense.
From. It's there, man. It's there. The bad part of town who.
Good lord.
Destitute part of the city who. Jungle, mythical jungle. We got a lot of jungles. The word isn't a word. Define word. River town, mythical jungle. Did I spell nefarious right?
Looking at the OED.
I did spell nefarious right. Ancient battlefield, who? Frozen mountain, who? Sunken city, who? Dangerous cave, who? Unholy church, who? The mystic plains, who? Okay, that works. Let's check these. Absolutely hated fucking goblins. It could go either way on that one. Take it however you want. The prostitute did. Was hell-bent on revenge for losing a card game. Killed several priests in a fit of rage. Once beat a man to death for sneezing too often. Hated going outside because of the heat in the summertime. Ate too many undercooked chickens and died of dysentery. Valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. Once vomited on an invalid child who did not own pants. Tossed halflings for fun. Gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. Loved punching family members when they smiled. Rolled the bones with pirates on vacation. Frequently spoke with ghosts to pass the time. Died in agony from Taco Tuesday. Gave the devil the finger. Set wenches on fire to prove they were witches. Repeatedly defecated in the streets after plumbing was invented. Filleted chimeras on a semi-regular basis. Only dated moderately attractive ogres. Vulgarly presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick. Persistently insisted there were ghosts in their pants. Perfect. I think. I guess we'll find out in a minute. As soon as I delete another fucking 50 of these. Undead vigilante from a nefarious back alley who ate too many undercooked chickens and died of dysentery. Love it. Corn of the Corrupt Dragon, once loved by an elderly dwarf from the bad part of town who gave the devil the finger. Once found by an inconsequential celestial from a burned-down city who only dated moderately attractive ogres. Blood Fang of the Corrupt Queen, previously used by an inconsequential thief from the most destitute part of the city who loved punching family members when they smiled. Once coveted by an unholy warlock from a damp swamp forest who rolled the bones with pirates on vacation. Once coveted by an undead vampire, it does work. Undead vampire from a rundown village who only dated moderately attractive ogres.
Yep.
Yeah, it works. Proudly carried by an angry farmer from the bad part of town who once beat a man to death for sneezing too often. I mean, I would. Dropped by a completely stoned vigilante from a lonely river town who only dated moderately attractive ogres.
Yeah, those ogres are coming up.
They are coming up. Almost
coming up in the world.
They must be from Heatherwick. Previously owned by a vigilante warlock from an unholy church who valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. Damn it, we doubled down on the unholy. Once loved by an elderly thug from a burned-down city who gave the devil the finger. Once wielded by a vigilante bandit from a mythical jungle who frequently spoke with ghosts to pass the time. That one's almost too dark. Formerly owned by a smuggling dwarf. Smuggling dwarf, yeah, that works. From a grotesque monastery who gave pleasure to unicorns at midnight. Well, why wouldn't you? Jilted Fang of the Righteous Dragon, dropped by a light-hearted wizard from a damp swamp forest who frequently spoke with ghosts to pass the time. I don't think we're going to be getting any kind of doubles at all. I think I'm almost ready to crank out 1,000 of these bitches. With the exception, I need to brighten this up. I need this to be brighter.
Okay, go into your post-process volume and go to your ambient cube map and increase the multiplier of the tint.
Cube map, increase the multiplier of the tint.
So
are these locked?
The intensity. No, I meant the intensity, not the actual number of the RGB. You've got 10, and then you got RGB, and
okay.
you got intensity.
So
set the intensity to 2, and have a look, and then 3, 4. But you will end up washing that out. Best thing you can do is, instead of going for a 1-1-1, go for a like.
Well, it reset itself back to 1-1-1 for the 10.
Yeah, I would say drop that to like R and G is like 0.8, and then put blue as 0.9. You want to even out the light in a little bit, because light isn't like that. Light always has a little bit of a push into the blue. That's 0.7, 0.7, 0.9. Try 0.8, 0.8. You don't want it too blue, because otherwise it will go bluey. Yeah. But that's not pre-rendered now, is it?
No. Still though, it worked.
If you want to build it, I would say real time is really, really good for two things, and that's prototyping levels and
Just build all.
dealing with large worlds. But if you're doing it for something small like this, build a light map. If it's Unreal Engine 4, which this is, just build the light maps, and so pre-compute the lighting and actually build it.
So back down to the world settings?
World settings, and say turn off the
Force Create Computed?
Yeah. and crank up the pack light and shadow map to
Where's that?
4096.
Oh, pack light and
That
shadow
was-
map 4096.
Yeah, it was right below the tick box. Yeah, so 4096. Because who cares? Because this isn't going to be real time. You're just
Right.
pretty much just printing off pictures and then build it.
Light quality, production.
Yeah.
Okay. This should only take a second. There's nothing in here.
Yeah. I think you've got a bit of bloom in there by the looks of it.
Yeah, that was the, Oh no, I have a blue
Did I
light.
do that?
No, I did that.
I think you do. You got a little bit of bloom in there.
Bloom or blue?
Bloom.
Oh. No, I didn't throw any bloom.
I might have done. Might have done.
Either way, it's looking a lot better now.
Hmm.
The blade isn't nearly as bad as it was.
Of course, you can change the background with
Yeah.
the texture cube in the post-process volume anytime you want, which would change all of the reflections.
Right.
It would color the scene as well. That's the only thing you have to be sort of wary of
Right.
whenever you have ambient cube maps to light a scene.
Either way, I'm liking how this is working better.
Sure. Right, it's 20 to 1.
Dude, you need to go to bed.
Yeah, I really do. But I was really getting into what we were doing.
Well, you know, sometimes I do interesting things. Weird, but interesting things.
Weird. But
Weird.
interesting.
But interesting.
Do you know what I realised earlier on?
No?
There is not
I wasn't there.
a third-person perspective isometric version of Portal.
Hmm.
That really surprised me. I thought, wait a minute, this would work really, really well by having you...
Yeah?
Do you know what I mean? Isometric. So the camera's up there, and you're looking down on the character, and they walk around the environment, and they flick switches and move cubes around.
Right.
And you could really WASD it, and have lots of options for firing, because the portal gun, you just fire it. It's a straight line, so you're only line tracing on walls. I don't know, I sort of thought to myself, well, why hasn't anyone made a game like that?
That's a good question.
I was just playing around with triggers earlier on. Triggers in the engine.
Right.
And I sort of just got me thinking, like, well, why isn't there a game that's like an escape game?
You would think that would be like kind of a natural.
Well,
you know, like
look at it like this. Look at it like
it would be a shoe-in.
Well, yeah, because if you really think about it, you've got you think about the sort of Dungeons and Dragons type of games where you're a knight or you're a wizard or something. You've got to go into a cave or you've got to go into a keep or something.
Right.
You've got to go into something.
Right.
I'm talking about the opposite of that, which is what Portal is. Well, especially Portal 2, where you are trying to escape this maniacal computer AI system, GLaDOS. You're trying to escape from her. And why aren't there more games where you're trying to escape from something like that using isometric Yeah. Because
Probably
it's
because you can
not that
see
much
too
of a difference.
far.
I mean, how much of a difference is it? It's just a difference in destination. Instead of the destination being you get to the middle of this thing, and then you get the big chest with the thing in it, the treasure chest.
Right.
It's not that. It's the treasure chest is you escape, you get out. That to me, that I was thinking, well, that sounds pretty simple. So I've been playing around with that, and
Delete that.
have a top-down camera locked.
I still want to brighten this up a bit.
You want that brighter?
I want just the background a little bit brighter. Yeah. I'm losing the blacks in the background.
Oh, on the card.
Yeah. Like the blacks of the sword.
Open up the material.
I'm losing like this shit against the black that.
And do a desat.
Where do I put the desat?
Good point. Desaturation. Yeah. So it's color. Yeah. So you got input and output. So you put from the RGB into the top one, and you put that output into your base color. And you've got the fraction there, and you put a scalar parameter into it. Just hold down S and just type, and just click in the viewport. You'll see the result. But I'm going to go to bed.
All right, Alicat.
I'm actually going to go to the toilet then.
Fair.
But yeah, if you have a play with that, you'll be okay. Good night, everybody.
More fire! Good night, Alicat. Always good to talk to you, man.
Always good. Thanks for showing me your stuff, man. It's looking
Absolutely.
good. Alright, talk soon.
One mess. How you doing, Fire? One is all the way saturated. 0.7. It's fine. Still not bright enough, though. The whole damn thing brighter. Kind of cool. Fucking. What about an emissive layer? I can easily throw an emissive layer onto this. That might look kind of tight. Yeah, but still. You know what I could do? Save this. Go here. Desktop. That project. Twitch. Modo. Texture. Textures. Open this up. Photoshop. Well, are we opening or what? Go on now. You can do it. Dude, seriously, open Photoshop. Stop being a little bitch. For Christ's sakes. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Go to here. Re-import. There we go. Save all. Close this. Verify. Check it out. That's much better. That's what I wanted. So we just clicked a button, and now said button is generating cards. With a whole bunch of random shit. So these are very specific here. Venomous is the name of the pummel. Spike of thee is the name of the grip. Corrupt is the name of the crossguard. Orc is the name of the blade. So whatever random configuration this spits out, it changes the name of the card right here and fills it in automatically for us. Venomous Claw of the Flame Queen. The stories are randomly generated as well. Same with the attack and the defense, randomly generated. Card number counts up as they get rendered and saved as a file. Backgrounds change randomly. All kinds of options. And the idea here is hopefully we don't get doubles. Like exact doubles. The chances are really fucking low. So between the blade randomization, the attack and the defense randomization, the story randomization, and the card background randomization, I don't even know how many possible versions there could be. I have no fucking clue. But we'll limit it to 9,000 or 9,999 on the high side. And then if I want to do more, we can come back in, change the texture of, or the material that's on the blade, and then do like a black blade series. Ooh, that might be another thing I want to do. Maybe in the corner here, type in one-handed sword series. Silver black or silver gold. So one-handed sword, silver black or silver gold blade series. I'll type those up. So each one of these, formerly possessed by a smuggling warlock from a burned down city who died in agony from Taco Tuesday. Yes, sloppily handled by a vigilante prostitute from a lonely river town who valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. Once loved by an underrated incel from a burned down city who valiantly slayed every dragon living in their imagination. Previously owned by a celibate brave knight from a sunken city who loved punching family members when they smiled. Once sought by an undead half-elf from a burned-down city who vulgarly presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick. It's an imaginary city. Yeah, that's popping out a lot fucking better now. A lot better. I was losing it in the background. Then for the next series of cards, we can just change up the background completely. Ba-ba-ba. Brave knight from a burned down city who died in agony from Taco Tuesday. Alright, I think I'm ready to actually generate these. There we go. Well, only one thing left to do now. Delete all these. Go back to here. Click on the card. And let's do $1,000 of these. What's going on, Hal? Figure 1,000 would be enough. Maybe not. Maybe 4,000. Should we do 4,000? And we can do 4,096 combinations of blades. Tell you what, let's do 3,000 of them. Nah. Let's do 2,000 of them. House in 6 hours. That sucks. Play. There we go. Alright, y'all. And with that, I think we're... Did a charity stream today? Man. See what's happening here, Hal? We're about to generate 1,000 screenshots. Of randomized swords. Hal with that host. Thank you for that host, Hal. We're about to be done, but thank you. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it's going to take more than 1,000 seconds. This is just going to keep going. Previously used by an elderly thug from a rundown village who once beat a man to death for sneezing too often. Seems a little extreme. Handily wielded by a deep-faked bandit from a dangerous cave who filleted chimeras on a semi-regular basis. Naughty. Once wielded by an imbecilic half-elf from a dangerous cave who was hell-bent on revenge for losing a card game. Once loved by an insane incel from a very rich part of the city who vulgarly presented themselves to the nuns of Heatherwick. Once summoned by an imbecilic thief from a frozen mountain who ate too many undercooked chickens and died of dysentery. And this is just going to keep on going. Hell yeah, man. Alright, I'm going to pop this over here for right now. Minimize that. Minimize this. Minimize this. Minimize this. Empty that. That was a lot. There we go. Hopefully that's not fucking things up. Nah, it looks okay. God damn. We've already got 100 screenshots. Well, 90. 91. Alright, y'all, we gotta raid somebody. It's time. It's 8 p.m. Someone's getting raided. And that someone is... more than a Mia. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been Building Shit with Mabus Games, a casual game development series. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I do my thing. This is going to be fun. We're about to publish some NFTs. Weird. Okay, y'all, more than a Mia. Raid hard. Raid now. And thank you for joining me. Peace out, y'all.